Somehow, don't ask me how, I made it through the part I hate. With the pools of water. And all the monks with the fucking shields. I made it through. Ashley was just kidnapped. I'm now going to go down to the sewers to deal with the giant bugs. I can't begin to explain how awkward it is just talking to myself. I'm sure some people do that a lot. I do it when I'm walking around the house, doing shit, just babbling to myself, reminding myself. Sometimes I'll do it at work. If somebody pages me, 162, 5, blah, 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 blah. I'll mouth the shit over and over again, say it over and over again so I remember it. But right now, this is so fucking awkward. And I don't like this part. One of the fucking bugs is gonna come from there. I can actually fucking see him. Look at that. Alright. Alright, he's there. I can fucking... You bitch! Get up, you motherfucker. Come on. There you are. Oh, shit. I'm gonna have to turn. There we go. Oh my god. Music's getting too loud for me. I'm just getting scared. Oh. I realize I need something to work off of. Ghosts. Called my grandma not that long ago. It's very late. She was in a panic. I don't want to say she was angry, but she was very curious about why I called her at fucking midnight. And, it was more or less because there was a dream I had. I don't know. It was a memory I had, and I called my dad. I'm trying to see if he remembered. He told me he didn't. And then I remembered, my grandma telling me a story. Years and years ago. I was still in college at the time. She used to come down, both her and my grandfather used to come down a lot for doctor's appointments and stuff. So she calls me, and she says, "Oh, I'm at such and such place. I can be at your house in like 20 minutes. Like, do you want to go have lunch?" And I was like, "Oh, I'd like to, but my friend Chuck's over." She's like, "Ah, take him with you." She's like, "I always like Chuck." She says that a lot. She's like, "Oh, I always like Chuck. He always laughs." It's the way she says it. It's like he died. Like she remembers him fondly. But I don't remember what it was at the time. I think Chuck and I were working on some. I do remember. We were working on a movie. It's like a ghost movie, like Amityville Horror. And we were just talking about it. I'm talking to her about it. We're all excited. This movie we're gonna make. Like all the 40 movies we were gonna make. And we basically tell her that, like, you know, some of the stuff we want to put in the movie for ideas, it's like stories we, you know, stories we were told, or things we remember experiencing. And she ended up telling us a story that I never ever heard before. I thought it was crazy. She's like, oh yeah, you know, our family's always believed in ghosts, you know, ever since, I think it was Uncle Frank and Aunt Rose or whatever. And I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, I've never heard of that. And she's like, yeah, I never told you. And then she keeps going on to it, like they had an apartment. It's probably in New York, Camden or whatever. And apparently, the previous owner, he had hung himself in the closet, and he was still haunting the place. He would, I don't think he was violent, but he definitely was, I don't know what you would call him, mischievous, like a poltergeist. She didn't say they saw anything, at least I don't believe she did. But what happened is that he would throw plates off the shelf, break things like that. And it went on for years. You know, it scared the kids. And apparently Frank at some point, you know, pleaded with the ghost, said like, please leave my family alone. You know, leave us in peace. If you leave us alone for the rest of my life, I'll pray for you to make sure you get into heaven. All that kind of stuff. And apparently after he pled with the ghost, it left the family alone. And for the rest of his life, he prayed to God, and that the ghost would leave the family alone, that he would get into heaven. Yeah, I asked her, you know, did you ever experience it? And she's like, oh no, we just knew as kids when we would go over their house that we never felt comfortable. I don't remember if it was a house or an apartment, but whatever it was, they never felt comfortable. And one of the things they said was, I think it was the basement. Yeah, if it was a house, it would have a basement. They never felt comfortable playing in the basement, and they couldn't light it. No matter what they did, how many light bulbs or whatever they did, they could not keep the room lit. I don't know if that persisted forever, but like while, at the very least, while the ghost was still like active, they couldn't keep the house itself lit fully. But there's always a darkness, there's always shadow. It was like I don't remember how she told it at lunch years ago. I remember I was speaking to her a few weeks ago. Speaking to her a few years, I don't remember that. Speaking to her a few weeks ago. She, it was like she felt uncomfortable answering the questions. Oh, she threw it down. But yeah, I think I hear him coming up the ladder. Yeah, she felt uncomfortable. She didn't really want to answer the questions about, like, you know, the experiences or the story itself, but like she didn't have any reason to say no. It's like Freddy Krueger. I don't know. I remember Chuck and I kind of bonded when we were younger over ghost stories, paranormal stuff like that.
Welcome.
I talk to people. I kind of find that
Got some rare.
they have their own
What are you
experiences. A
selling?
lot of shit they can't explain.
Is that all? Thank you. Is that all? Is that all? Thank you.
Is that for anything?
Come back, Eddie.
What does that fit into?
What are you selling?
One of the worst experiences I ever had, like paranormal wise.
Is that all?
I had over his house.
Thank you. What are you buying?
He told me about a particular sound that he would hear. It was like a growl, low guttural growl. And what is it?
What are you buying?
Everything must be done.
What are you buying?
A low guttural growl that he would hear in his living room, or maybe around the house as well. But he had a computer in the living room, and he would spend a lot of time on it, especially late at night. I think for a very long time he worked third shift on at Wawa, so he would get home at like whenever o'clock, but when he was off, like he was up all hours. He said he was at least once he was on the computer, and from behind him, a certain area, like he heard like a guttural like growl or snarl. Leon's tummy hurts. Fuck. Ah, damn it, bastard. But I was over his house. It was after work. I think I'd been drinking. I think I brought a bottle of something over. Maybe he had something. But I know I had been drinking, but he wasn't. He had recently really gotten into Silent Hill. I forget how I talked him into it, but he played the first one. He loved it. Like he's real weird about things he likes. He like I don't know, immerses himself in it, or absorbs it. And he's like trying to find all the comic books online and like watching the movie and stuff. But so. So we're hanging out at his house. I'm on the one couch. He's on the other. He's playing Silent Hill 2. I just brought it over so he could try it out. And so we're in his living room. He's on one couch. I'm on the other. He's playing the game. You know, he's getting all scared, all spooked every time something happens. it's like late. And I forget, we're just talking shit talking out when you hang out. And all of a sudden, it was a very particular spot. It was near the computer. There was like a subwoofer or something, or maybe I don't remember what the hell it was. But it was on the ground, speaker, subwoofer, whatever it was, and we heard the snarl. And I look at him. I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" Like I'm getting like agitated, kind of like one of those fight or flight things. Like I'm getting upset. I'm like, yo, what the fuck was that? Was that what you were talking about? And he's like, and he doesn't want to look at me. He's like nodding, making a face, you know, like mugging. I was like, you fucking heard that, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, I told you. And I'm like getting upset, like I don't know, like I said, fight or flight. Like I'm getting all weird about it. I'm getting aggressive. I'm like, fuck that thing, fuck it. Like, you know, getting upset. And I don't remember really hearing anything for the rest of the night, but like we were trying to figure out like what could it be, like, something under like pipes. I think he had a basement. Is it pipes under the floor? Like what's going on? It's just, I don't know, we couldn't figure it the hell out. He said he tried to think of like a million things it could be, but he never really figured it out. Told me about a few things he'd apparently seen or experienced in that place. That was one of them. The other was like a lady in like old time clothes. I don't know what they were exactly, but you know, they weren't current. And like his living room was connected to the connected to the kitchen through like an archway. And he again, I think he was on the computer. I don't remember exactly, but I think he was on the computer, and he like looks up, and there's like a lady in the there was like a lady coming out of the kitchen heading into the living room. So apparently like she's like in really old clothing. I think it's like 20s or 30s clothing. And she like kind of looks at him, and then I think she just disappears or just keeps walking or something. I botched it. The other was orbs. I don't think I've ever seen orbs. I've seen them in this guy. I've seen them in pictures. I think my mom took a picture of one before. Or a few. In a cemetery near their house. But yeah, again, his computer was on, I don't think else. That is bullshit. But he was on the computer late at night again. He apparently turned around and it was just orbs like flying around in the air. I have a feeling that was connected to the growl at some point. Like that's what made him turn around. I forget. Change subjects slightly. The memory I had that I was trying to call my dad about to see if he remembered, was we were in Lancaster and I was young. I was young, my sister was even younger obviously, and we were driving in, like, on the roads in Lancaster, probably going to the Shady Maple Smorgasbord, or wherever the hell we were going. And I remember we looked. What is that? 1, 2, it's 8. That's 6. But we looked to the left, like, I feel like we were driving or in traffic or whatever, and I forget who notices it, but somebody notices it.
What a pleasant surprise.
And they
but I'm afraid it's
say,
actually
like, what's that in the air? What's that in the sky? And it's like,
not you, Mr.
things kind of sitting in the air
If you
over
don't
this
need me,
field. It's
then
like
get
way
off
out,
my
like,
back, old man.
as far away as planes.
Did you say old man, Mr. Kennedy?
But we're looking out over a field.
It might come as a surprise, but
And
I'm
I remember
only
my dad
20
looking like,
years
what
old.
is that? Yeah, what is that?
So you're just like all the
And then
others?
as we keep looking
a
at it, they're not
puppet of the
moving.
parasites?
Like they're kind of
Surely you don't think I'm the same as
in
those
like some kind of
diminutive
formation, like a
canals.
triangular formation.
The parasites, las plagas, are
And
slaves to my will.
I just remember my dad saying like, "Oh my God!" Like Kells, my mom, Kells.
Absolute
He's like, "Oh my God, Kells! I think we're looking
Well, I
at UFOs."
really don't give a damn. Rain or shine,
And for years and
you're
years, I
going
believed I
down.
saw that when I asked him. He was like, "No, I don't remember anything." And I was like, "Oh."
Get rid of our American friend.
I don't know. Part of me believes like they just kind of forgot. That was the second time I believe I saw a UFO. If I got my time frame correct. The first time would be I was about 7 or 8 years old. Can't win with that. I was about 7 or 8 years old. My grandparents had they were away. I don't remember where, but the dog would stay with me, Sasha. The dog would stay with me. I would watch her. Let her out. I was like, fucking. It was like a. Oh! It was like a Friday or Saturday night. And I'm watching cartoons. I don't remember how late it was since I was so young. Oh! And I think she got up to go to the bathroom. Like she had to go. So she was pretty good. about like if you let her out, she would just go do her thing. Like you didn't have to like be up her ass. You didn't have to like put her on a leash. You could let her out the front door and she would come back when she was done. So I let her out, and she's doing her thing, and then I just kind of look up at the sky because there's like a bright light, and it's like moving slow. It's like a bright white orb moving across the sky, and like I was a little paranoid weirdo for years and years. Like I thought aliens were gonna abduct me. Like it wasn't it was going up. Just wanted that shit out. But so like I just see it move across the sky, and like I call her back in, and I hide under the blankets. That's all I can think of. Is like, oh my god, the aliens they're gonna get me. Like I always knew it was happening, but now they've come. Of course, as far as I'm aware, they didn't abduct me that night. Oh no. I remember hearing a real messed up story when I was in school. It scared the hell out of me. I think it was in 8th grade. It was a few of these girls. They were telling the whole class, so I have a feeling it was something. Like we were having a conversation about it. About, I don't know, paranormal stuff in class. And these girls were apparently having a sleepover. That's great. We're having a sleepover, and I hate them. Oh, Jesus! I could have sworn that was what made them blow themselves up. The girls were having a sleepover. They were all laying in the living room or some parlor or something, somewhere for them. And at some point they look up and they're like, they see something like skylight. And I think the Lord of the Rings movie had come out not that long ago. As far as the time frame. And they said it kind of looked like Gollum. Oh, that was a good one too. It looked like Gollum with red eyes, like looking down, and they said they screamed and freaked out. And I guess somebody's dad probably came barging in and was already gone. I love that kind of stuff. I love paranormal, creepy stuff. It's always intriguing. I've always I've always kind of had an interest in being like a paranormal investigator or something like that. It always seemed like it would be exciting. But one of my biggest things, my biggest fears is that shit gonna follow me home. You know, because I've heard about it before. I've heard stories where like especially like if they go about it the wrong way. You know, somebody antagonizing whatever's there, or the ghost, or whatever. Like, if you don't show the proper respect, like, it's like in the ass. I never wanted to fuck with a Ouija board. Like Chuck brought it up a couple times. He's like, my brother's going on. He's like, you wanna mess around with it? I was like, not really. He's like, yeah, me neither. I don't know, man. I used to have a friend, Matt Wells, and he used to fuck with the Ouija board a lot. You know, he's just a weirdo, all around weirdo. Something wrong with that guy. But he used to mess around with the Ouija board a lot, like a lot, and oh no, it's safe, but then he would tell me stories, like he would mess with it, and I remember eventually kind of like getting into religion after a while. I think it's part of it. He would mess with it, and something going on with his house. Like at the time, like he was his room was getting redone, something like painting it, so he was sleeping in the living room, and he said that he kept the Ouija board like in his shotgun shells. He kept the Ouija board in his closet or something, and it had like shit on it. Like he put shit on top of it. Like it was just in his closet, like under clothes and whatever. Like just shit was in there because they were, I don't know, working on it, painting it, whatever the hell they were doing. And he said, like, he went to the... That's the security system. He said he went to the bathroom one night, and, like, he came back, and the Ouija board was, like, sitting on the, coffee table, like, next to the couch. There's a few things he said happened. I remember the other one was, but, went to the bathroom, came back, and oh no, that was a different story. There's a few things he told me. One of the other ones was did it in the woods. Thanks, and, there's like all kinds of logos. I don't know. They always seem way too much. Come on. Don't throw it. I don't have many but there's always rules. You had to do certain shit. You had to make sure you said goodbye or something. There was always something up with it. Like the way to be safe. Way to protect yourself. I don't know. There's always some goofy shit. I'm not looking forward to when the cage drops and the fucking claw dude comes out. But he was doing it in the woods, and I think his girlfriend got spooked or something. Somebody got scared. Somebody was like, oh, I don't want to do it no more. So they're about to leave, but they cut it short. So they don't do it right. They didn't start it right. I remember it was like, oh, you gotta visualize some sort of protection around yourself or something goofy like that. And some other thing too. I don't remember if you had to just visualize it or like create it. I don't remember. But either they didn't start it right, so they didn't take all the little precautions or whatever, or they didn't end it right, so they didn't seal it and protect themselves. Whatever it was, they like started having problems. Like it sounded like something was like running through the woods, running through the leaves or something, or crunching. I don't remember what it was. Knowing him, it probably wasn't just the woods. It was probably like a graveyard. There was the woods around the graveyard. Funnily enough, he's like a fucking. He looks like a goddamn lizard now. I've never seen a picture of him. Beard down to his almost his waist, like he hasn't shaved since high school. And it's part of like a. I don't like this in the best of times. I think he's part of like some kind of religion now. Like I don't know what exactly, but I remember seeing him posting pictures on Facebook of like all kinds of like chakras and like transcendental meditation shit like that. So I think he's part of a cult.
Mr. Kennedy. Still alive, I see. So, do you like my garden?
I see you've managed to work in a little of your twisted taste here, too.
Sagacious as I am, even I get lost here sometimes. Even if it takes your whole life, you'll never get out.
It's not that complicated.
Do you know that no one dies without a cause? You will satisfy the stomachs of my cute pets. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to tie up a few loose ends, like chasing down a couple of rats.
2 rats? If one's Lewis, who's the other? Huh. They're an intruder besides me?
I'm gonna pause for a second. I have to blow my nose and get something to drink. Alright, I'm back. Ugh. I don't know how to equalize the, Do I have it on? Assume so. I guess. Oh, man. I don't know how to equalize like, the level of like my voice since I can't. I hear it differently. I'll just try to speak a little bitch. I'll just try to speak a little more. I didn't get my drink. I tried blowing my nose, but I hurt my ear this morning when I was fucking using a Q-tip. Oh shit. No, you don't know. I don't know. I think this video is a wash. I don't think I was speaking up enough. I wasn't speaking clearly enough. I'm just kind of mumbling to myself, which is what I'm doing anyway. And I don't think I'm speaking clearly enough to be heard over the game itself. I just, like, especially with the guns going off and the monster noises. What time is it now? It is 1:30. Let's get another video out real quick. This will be my second test. Alright.